be a historic moment. And lockdowns in Israel mean you can't visit this Christmas, but a taste of the Holy Land can come to you. Welcome to Christian World News. I'm Gary Lane. Doctors gave 46-year-old Michelle Tucker just weeks to live. Instead of going home and giving up, Michelle turned to a small Christian hospital that's been treating patients for 60 years. George Thomas takes us to Tijuana, Mexico, for a first-hand look at the Oasis of Hope.
August 2017. Michelle Tucker remembers the words from that day in the doctor's office as her oncologist delivered the news.
I was told I had about 4 weeks to live, to go home and get my affairs in order.
The 46-year-old mother of three had battled cancer since she was 19. It started in her breast, first spreading to her thyroid, and then pancreas.
I figured I would take my children maybe to the beach for the first week of those 4 weeks and just sit on the beach. But at the same time, I had the attitude of like, who are you to tell me my expiration date? There's only one person that can do that, and that's not a doctor. No offense to medicine. That's the man upstairs.
In desperation, she researched alternative cancer treatments and ended up here at the Oasis of Hope Hospital.
If you get diagnosed with cancer, you're not going to travel to Tijuana, Mexico. But when they have reached a point where the doctor is saying, we really can't do anything else for you, this is a typical person that comes to Oasis of Hope.
25 miles south of San Diego and just across the Mexican border, Tucker believes God is using Oasis of Hope to give her a chance to continue living.
From the moment that you walk in the doors, you feel this overwhelming spiritual presence. There's the pastor that sings with you, they pray with you, you become a family.
Tucker has been in remission now for 2 years. Oasis of Hope was started in 1963 by the late Mexican doctor Ernesto Contreras Sr., who believed in taking a holistic approach to fighting cancer. His son, Dr. Francisco Contreras, now serves as the hospital's president.
My father felt that the reason for the failure in oncology and medicine overall is that we have become just mechanics of the human body.
So the idea for Oasis of Hope originated back in the early 1960s when Contreras' father decided to go on a missions trip to Greece. And on that trip, he discovered three important elements that are today at the core of the hospital.
Contreras says while traditional oncology focuses on destroying the tumor, his father, a physician, wanted the hospital to focus on the patient's emotional renewal, spiritual revival, as well as physical restoration. The founder's grandson, Daniel Kennedy, serves as the hospital's CEO.
So there is no other clinic in Tijuana that actually has a pastor on the payroll, praying for patients every day, opening with praise and worship.
Ernesto Lopez is that pastor. He used to lead a local church in Tijuana. Now he walks the corridors of the hospital, ministering to the spiritual and emotional needs of patients.
Yeah.
Seen a lot of miracles?
A lot of miracles, miracles of healing, miracles of salvation.
Using a combination of conventional treatments with alternative therapies such as whole-body hypothermia, ozone therapy, and dendritic cell vaccine immunotherapy, Oasis of Hope says it has treated more than 100,000 cancer patients from 60 countries.
The majority come from the United States because we're just across the border from San Diego.
So you're in charge of everything that lands on a patient's table here at Oasis.
ROSA TESSADA is the hospital's nutritionist. Working with kitchen staff, TESSADA has designed a cancer-fighting plant-based food program to help patients live a healthier life. 90% of the meals served here are vegan-based.
Okay, so we don't want to make anybody feel like you have to leave your old life back. Just let's add some new, more greens, more vegetables, and then just kind of enjoy food and go along with it.
The hospital grows vegetables on its rooftop garden and teaches patients how to prepare healthy meals.
So what we do is help them to see, hey, you can make very healthy dishes very fast and very easy.
There remain several opinions on this alternative approach and others. For example, the American Cancer Society states some complementary methods have generally not been proven to help prevent or treat cancer or its symptoms. It recommends discussing any treatment patients might consider with their doctor or cancer team. While doctors at Oasis of Hope are proud to share success stories like Kayla's, Michelle's, and others, they point out not all patients who come here will make it. Still, Dr. Contreras believes all deserve to be treated with compassion and the love of Christ.
I believe that hope is a very powerful tool and that all patients should have hope.
Contreras says what he, along with his team of doctors, nurses, nutritionists, pastors, and counselors, are negotiating for is more time for patients.
I cannot guarantee anything. I cannot guarantee anything for myself. The only thing that I can guarantee is that I'm going to sit with you and I'm going to do everything possible and I'm going to negotiate with you for life. And God will decide yes, no, or maybe.
George Thomas, CBN News, Tijuana, Mexico.
Up next,